Hey, what's up? How y'all doing out there? This is another episode of Notable Prisons and the Inmates that Occupy them. But we're starting to go in the direction of doing a lot of individual people. So this is part of the serial killer series. You feel me? And so what we gonna do is, first off, get your lighters ready because this shit's about to get crazy. And we are headed to Missouri. So today we're gonna be discussing Ray and Faye Copeland. Ray and Faye Copeland. Faye was 69 and Ray was 76, respectively, the oldest couple ever sentenced to death in the United States of America. They were convicted of killing 5 drifters at their farm in Morrisville, Missouri. When her sentence was commuted to life in prison in 99, Faye Copeland was the oldest woman on death row up until that point. So a little brief history about these two folks, right? Ray Copeland was born in Oklahoma, 1914. Bruh's older than sliced bread. While he was growing up, his family moved around, struggling to survive during the Great Depression, and as a young man, he began a life of petty crime, stealing livestock and forging checks until he was caught and served a year in jail. After his release in 1940, he met Faye Wilson, and they were married soon afterwards. They quickly had several children, and thanks to Ray's criminal reputation, had to keep moving their family around while the money was tight. During this time, Ray served a jail sentence until he finally came up with a plan to improve his illegal money-making methods so as to be undetected. He had a get-rich-quick scheme. He had one of those get-rich-quick schemes because Ray was well known as a fraudster. He could not buy and sell cattle on his own to get get around this problem. He began to pick up drifters and hobos and employed them as farmhands on his property in Morrisville, Missouri. He would take his employees to the market where they would use his bad checks to buy the cattle for him. After the transactions, Ray would sell the cattle quickly and the farmhands would disappear without a trace. For a while, the scam worked, but the police caught up and Ray was once again sent to the slammer. Upon his release, he resumed his criminal activities, but this time he made sure his farmhands were not as connected to him as before. This went on until a previous employee, Jack McCormick, called the Crime Stoppers hotline in August 1989 to tell him about the Copelands. See, look at him. Look at little Jack McCormick over there telling his shit. McCormick claimed that he had seen human bones on their farm while he was employed there, and also claimed that Ray had tried to kill him. Police were initially skeptical of the claims, but after checking Ray's criminal record, they decided to investigate further. In October 1989, they visited the Copeland's farm armed with a search warrant, dozens of officers, and a team of bloodhounds. Initially, they did not find any incriminating evidence, but after further searching, the bodies of 3 young men were discovered in a nearby barn. As the search continued, more bodies were found, all killed with the same weapon, a little deuce, a little 22, pew-pew, pea shooter, caliber Marlin rifle, the same thing used to hunt squirrels with, that was later found in the Copeland home. It became clear that Ray killed his employees in the pursuit of money, but Faye's actions were initially questioned when she went to trial in 1990. Her defense mounted a picture of her as a dutiful wife and a mother who had endured beatings and general ill treatment from her husband. However, the jury convicted her of 5 counts of first-degree murder. She was given 4 death sentences for the murders and 1 life sentence. They smoked her ass. But wait, stay tuned. Watch what happens next. In March 1999, Ray went on trial and was convicted of 5 counts of murder and sentenced to death. Upon hearing that Faye had been sentenced to death by lethal injection as well, Ray showed no emotion and replied, "Well, those things happen to some." That's what he said, not me. Ray died of natural causes on October 19th in 1993. His body was cremated. Faye's attorneys appealed her conviction, contending that the jury had not been allowed to hear evidence that Ray had abused her for years. On August 6, 1999, Judge Orty Smith overturned her death sentence, but let the conviction stand and commuted her sentence to 5 consecutive terms without life and parole. Now get this. On August 10th, 2002, Faye suffered a stroke that left her partially paralyzed and unable to talk, like me right there. And weeks later, in September of 02, Governor Bob Holden authorized the medical parole for Faye, fulfilling her one wish that she did not die in prison. She was paroled to a nursing home in her hometown of Missouri, where she died of natural causes at the age of 82. She left behind 5 children and 17 grandchildren. Yo. Meet the man. That's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine, like, having some crazy grandparents like that were just super, super violent, and you know what I'm saying? Damn. But anyways, I appreciate y'all taking the time to check out this little video of our new series I plan on adding to the channel. Any more ideas or feedback, please let me know in the comments. Let me know where y'all watching from, and enjoy y'all's day. And another thing, smoke great. And another thing, subscribe. And one more thing, I don't know, late.